Oh boy, I already know. I already see the dislikes coming. What's going on, guys? It's your boy Rob Lee back here with another video, and y'all already see the title. You already see what we're gonna be discussing today. I already know there's some Beehive people in here that want to condemn me for my blasphemous thumbnail and everything. But before you guys take me to your Beehive overlord, please just hear me out. Just hear me out. And I know a lot of you gonna say, hey, you can't compare Beyonce and Eminem. They're two different genres. All that good. I mean, I know, but I'm still gonna do it. I'm still gonna do it. So in the midst of Eminem having his 10-year anniversary for his album Recovery, which I can't recover from the fact that it's already been 10 years of how old I feel right now. That's been 10 years since he dropped that album, but that's another story. And in the midst of Beyonce dropping her new song Black Parade, which honestly I was going to make this video before she even put that song out, but this was just perfect timing. Just perfect timing. I decided to do something I had never seen anybody actually do. I thought of this idea that, hey, I should compare the careers of Eminem and Beyonce. Now, what started this conversation for me? Well, you know, I have a lot of people who are just really big Beyonce fans, and I like Beyonce too, but sometimes they be saying some ridiculous things such as,
okay, because when it comes to musical catalog, I think Michael is better, but just performance-wise, Beyonce got that, bruh. Beyonce's a better live performer than Michael Jackson.
I agree with you. What I see.
So we're not going to get into the whole MJ and Beyonce debate because we've already seen that debate, and if you do believe what Charlamagne said, you kind of need to chill out a little bit, stop it. But not only that, they'll also say that there's you know, other artists that aren't as big as Beyonce. But I was like, wait a minute, that's this guy. His name is
My name is
yeah, his name is Eminem. And so I went ahead and compiled some data. I went and did some research, and I found some things about Eminem's career and Beyonce's career, and we're going to compare them. And I will at least say that some of the stuff did surprise me. A lot of the stuff that I found surprised me on both sides. So before we do that though, make sure y'all check out this video real quick. Yeah, that was my song, City Is Mine. Please help me get that to Certified Diamond. Wink, wink. There's an artist in here that went Certified Diamond. We're going to get into that in a second. So let's get started. So who's the biggest artist, Eminem or Beyonce? So first thing, a lot of people would say that Beyonce is on the same level as Michael Jackson. I realized that, does Beyonce even have an album that's as big as Thriller? Does she have a Thriller? But she doesn't actually have a Thriller type album. She doesn't have an album that's like all the way at the top that everybody's like, oh man, that's the greatest album of all time and stuff like that. That was always my dispute with it. One of the disputes that people would say when they try to compare Beyonce to Michael Jackson. However, Eminem might actually have a Thriller. So let's start off with Beyonce. So far to this day, Beyonce's best charting album is Dangerously in Love, which went 4 times platinum as to this day. And 4 times platinum is nothing to sneeze at. I don't want to get anybody's mind swayed because she went 4 times platinum. That is a really great accomplishment for any artist. However, Beyonce does not have an album that went diamond, and this is actually something that surprised me when I did my research. As big of an artist that Beyonce is, you would think that almost all her projects would go diamond, but she has not one project that's even come close to going diamond. As far as the numbers go, like I said, her biggest album went 4 times platinum. You need to be 10 times platinum to go diamond. Eminem, on the other hand, has 2 albums that went diamond. In fact, he has 2 back-to-back albums that went diamond. So the first album that Eminem that went diamond was the Marshall Mathers LP. I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys are not surprised that album to this date is 10 times platinum, aka diamond, meaning that he sold 10 million albums and records in the US. His second album that went diamond is the Eminem Show. So not only did Eminem have an album that go diamond, not only does he have 2 albums that went diamond, he had 2 albums that went diamond, back-to-back albums that went diamond. Eminem is one of the only few people that have 2 albums that go diamond. There's only 7 hip-hop albums that have ever gone diamond, Eminem has 2 of them, and MC Hammer has 1. Tupac actually has 2, and there's some other ones that I found that kind of, like I said, some of this stuff surprised me. So that was one of the things that actually surprised me, that Beyonce doesn't have an album that ever went diamond. Beyonce also doesn't have a record that went diamond. Out of all the records that have gone diamond, Eminem actually has 3 records that have gone diamond. First record that went diamond, once again, probably no surprise to anybody, is his song Lose Yourself, the song he made for his movie 8 Mile. The other 2 records that Eminem, which he has a crazy feat, is that he has 2 records that went diamond that's not even on an album that went diamond. Actually, on Recovery, he has 2 records that went diamond. The first record that went diamond was his song Not Afraid. The second song that went diamond is his song with Rihanna, Love the Way You Lie. Now, of course, everybody's gonna say, well, you know, Rihanna was one of the reasons why that record went diamond. But you're talking about a guy that has 2 prior records that went diamond as well. So, yeah, no. I'm also talking about RIAA certificates. Actually, Rihanna does have another album that went diamond, but it's not RIAA record that went diamond. So, we're talking about RIAA. Eminem also has 88 top 100 hits. However, Beyonce does have more #1 hits than Eminem. Beyonce has 22 #1 hits. Eminem has 13 #1 hits. So let's get into some other stuff. Eminem is also transcend from the album era to the streaming era. So Eminem has a couple of records in the streaming era as well. One being that before 6ix9ine came around and I guess supposedly even faked his views or just, you know, did his 6ix9ine thing, Eminem held the record for the most views on a song in the first 24 hours with 36 million with his song Kill Shot, a diss track going back at rapper MGK. Eminem today continuously puts out records and does crazy numbers. Even his last song, Godzilla, went viral as well because of how fast he was rapping and stuff. So Eminem definitely is still doing his thing at a ridiculous level. So just to recap for a second, my biggest argument for Eminem is that he does have diamond records and diamond albums, where Beyonce doesn't even have half of the sales when it comes to those albums. But let's get into some pros for Beyonce, because you know I have to be fair, right? I guess I got to be fair. Now, when I give you some of these numbers, there was no reason for me to go into specifics of, you know, basically I'm going to talk about awards. There was no reason for me to go to specifics of the awards because of how ridiculously big the gap is between one artist and the other. So, well, I went to one specific. So the first specific is that Beyonce overwhelmingly has more Grammy nominations and Grammy wins than Eminem. Beyonce has 24 Grammy wins with 70 nominations, and Eminem has 15 Grammy wins with 44 nominations. And in overall awards, now these awards can span from BET, all kinds of awards. Once again, I didn't want to go into specifics because the number was so great that it wouldn't even matter if, like, say, Eminem has, you know, more awards in one category than Beyonce. But Beyonce overall has won 415 awards to Eminem's 255. So, gotta give it to the queen. Let's talk about shows. Now, clearly, Beyonce puts on some of the greatest shows of all time. Not better than Michael Jackson, but you know, Great Distance Second isn't that bad. Isn't that bad? Eminem's biggest tour was a dual tour with Rihanna, the Monster Tour that he had back probably 10 to 9 years ago when he dropped Recovery. Beyonce has had a few dual tours with Jay-Z. She's had plenty of tours that she's done by herself. So when it comes to the tour game, don't even have to get into that. Beyonce literally crushes Eminem in that category too. Beyonce has also performed at Super Bowls. I want to say 2 or 3. I know she did one with, was it Coldplay? She did one by herself, and I think she might have did another one if I'm not mistaken. But she at least done 2 where Eminem probably won't even get invited to do a Super Bowl, unfortunately. But yeah. Now, I'm going to get into some social media numbers. Once again, I'm not going to, this is not going to weigh too heavy on me because social media can be so, you know what I mean. It's not, I don't think it's really an official way to measure people, but I think it's at least worth mentioning the different social media accounts. So, on Twitter, Eminem does have 22 million followers as compared to Beyonce, who, let's let's be honest, Beyonce does not even, post at all. She did post last week, but she don't post at all. However, overwhelmingly on Instagram, Beyonce does have 180 million followers on Instagram, where Eminem, I believe he has 30 million followers on Instagram. Eminem, on the other hand, does have more YouTube subscribers than Beyonce, with less videos than Beyonce. Like I said, though, I don't really weigh those as much as I weigh the other stuff that I've talked about in this video. Another thing that worth mentioning is that also Beyonce has only one song that hit 1 billion views on YouTube. Great accomplishment, gotcha. However, Eminem has one song that has over 2 billion views on YouTube, and he has 2 other songs that have over 1 billion views, and he has another song that is approaching 1 billion views with 888 million views. So, just something to think about. So what are my final thoughts? I will say that Eminem has definitely had a better discography than Beyonce. You can't deny it with the amount of accolades. In fact, I think Eminem is probably one, if not the most decorated artist of all time, other than Michael Jackson and stuff. But he has albums and the accolades that at least put him in the conversation of, like I said, if at the very least, Eminem has a closer album to being a thriller than Beyonce does. I will say though, I think Beyonce overall is still probably is still a bigger artist overall, but I don't think it's as far of a gap as people think it is. I think there are a lot of people that are stands out here. I'm one of them, and the army is just as strong as the Beehive. So yes, Eminem can do stadium tours if he wanted to. He can do all of that. But I thought this was a very interesting video to have. Like I said, a lot of this stuff surprised me. The one thing that surprised me, like I said before in the video, is that I'm really surprised Beyonce doesn't have at least one diamond record. That definitely doesn't seem right. I think she should, but it is what it is. She does not. So other than that, tell me what you guys think. Who you think is the biggest artist, if you think neither one of them are bigger than the other. I think I'm crazy for making this video, crazy for making this comparison, because I know a lot of people are going to say that too. Other than that, peace out. Have a good one.